But you could see these
yeah.
animals are well cared for.
yeah.
I mean, they come back from hanging by a thread.
Yeah. Well, it shows what love will do, and care, of course, real care. But you know, a lot of it is psychological, right, Todd? I mean,
Yes.
it's like probably more than half the game is psychology.
Yeah,
Just
Certainly
Exactly.
is.
making the animal not feel ignored and neglected. I mean, dogs are pack animals. They want to be with their.
They're also emotional beings.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, are
They
they
want to be
ever?
with their
Yeah.
with whatever their group is.
Very
Canines
empathic. They
or-
pick on your emotions.
people.
And
Everything.
Yeah.
And same with her.
You could see how Delilah has.
And she's becoming part of my legs. It's like.
Okay, we're going to
relaxed.
go into talking about Delilah right now. So the first shot of Delilah when she came to the shelter, and just leave it up for a little while. There she
Oh
is.
my God. That's the
is
dog in my lap?
Yes, it
the
is.
dog in your lap. So
Uh-oh, you're right, Barbara.
Yep.
know.
She
Oh, that's terrible.
came to us.
Oh
She
my
has
God.
severe Demodex mange, which is the mange that is not contagious, but if not treated properly and immediately, it can escalate into what you see in front of you, and it takes
Oh
quite a while for a dog to get that bad. So whoever
What
have
causes
her,
that?
they be born with it.
Uh-huh.
The
I mean,
mother
I'm not
will have
even-
it, but you can't. It's not visible. It's not uncommon, but you just treat it right away, and it's not honestly that much of a big deal. She
But,
was
I mean,
obviously
I'm not even that disturbed about her skin. I'm looking at her eyes
Oh,
and her
I
face.
know.
She's in
This
pain.
thing is a
she's so
mess.
forlorn.
She's in pain.
Yes.
That's
Yeah.
painful. It's her skin.
itches and burns.
If you put your hand over her, she was so hot you can feel the heat, the amount of heat that was radiating when Todd and I were touching. You couldn't even imagine how hot she was,
Yeah.
and
Oh my
in
God.
pain, scabs and bleeding,
Oh,
and her
jeez.
ears are
I mean,
just
how
swollen.
old
Her
was she
paws.
there? Just a
Three and a
4
half months?
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
Yeah.
Just
Yep,
newborn.
so-
She was all over Facebook for a few days, which is where I found her.
Yeah.
She was at the Bloomfield Pound.
Yep.
Oh, is that how you found her?
Yes, he did. And
Oh, I'm so glad
what
you
happened?
did what you did.
Why don't you
Yeah.
tell them what happened?
She was in a car, and somebody pulled up in front of an industrial park, threw her out the door, and drove away. Somebody saw it, but thought it was just like bag of garbage or whatever,
Oh,
and then realized it was a dog and called the pound.
Oh
And
my
so,
God.
being that we have more of a care type facility, we took her in so that she could recover and get a good home.
Wow. So let's look at the second shot of Delilah.
That's it. That's different than the first shot.
Mm-hmm.
That's the first
There's
shot.
some more. Yeah,
Oh,
there
right
we go.
there,
Okay.
sweetheart. Oh.
And then I don't know if you want to wake her up to
Sure, she can. Sure, she'll sleep plenty tonight
right,
on
okay.
Daddy's
Now,
lap on the way
we're gonna
home.
get
Now we're going
up.
to show
She's
you
tired.
Delilah today.
Oh, look at
This is Delilah.
Yep. So her hair is coming back,
at you.
almost grown in full, and
This is your big shot. Look at the.
we had her.
I don't think she cares.
We had her on a
This is your
special
big
diet
moment.
and supplements of wild Alaskan salmon oil, and we Epsom salt bathe her twice a day, which
at
got
her.
rid of the irritation and the pain. And she was on a medication from her doctor, and she's
She's looking a
a
little
happy
groggy
girl.
now, but because she just woke
Yeah.
up. But I think she's actually still
Oh, yeah.
kind of sleeping, huh? Are you kind of sleeping
Oh.
there? Yo, okay, all right. I know you're gonna get lots of kisses in your life, yes. And she's just beautiful.
a happy
She
girl.
is. She is.
She's just.
When you brought her in,
She's leaning-
I want
she's
people
leaning
to know
over to lean
this
back
dog.
to sleep.
I wanted
Oh,
them
yeah,
here
she's ready to go
at
back.
7 so that she would acclimate herself to the studio. And all she did was run around and sniff everything,
Yeah.
look at whoever was vacuuming the floor. She's just a charm. She
Yeah.
really and truly is.
And this is, by the way, everyone, this is the typical personality of a pit bull puppy.
Yeah.
Oh, my favorite breed.
Mine too.
Yeah.
I have 2 others at home. And
So
Give them a chance.
she's available to be adopted. This dog.
sure.
Oh, I saw that one.
One of the downfalls
even
of
subtle.
volunteering is you get attached, and then the next thing you know, you got 10 dogs at home.
I'm a sucker for a pit bull puppy with an underbite, that's for sure.
Oh, dear.
Yeah,
Okay,
no,
well.
she is.
So,
We'll
well,
see.
I'm not going to say anything
That's
else
okay.
about that.
But you know, the whole
so
thing is.
how old is she now? She's
4.5 months.
4.5 months. So she's a young,
Almost 5.
She's a young puppy ready
Yes.
to have a long
Yes.
life with somebody.
Yes. Very well behaved, very smart,
I
very
can attest
affectionate,
to
as you can
that.
tell.
Very
I think she
social.
found her new auntie.
And, yeah.
Yeah,
Very
you know,
social.
Sharp, bring her up and put her face in the camera.
Yeah.
All right. You're
She has
gonna have
one
to-
facial expression.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It's
But-
monotone.
I know, but you know, it's like nobody would want to. I wouldn't want to be
Oh,
seen.
you got your. Yeah, that's okay.
I wouldn't want to be seen this early in the morning. Oh, which camera are we at?
I think
I
to the
think
left.
the with the, yeah.
Well, you see when I get closer.
Dark.
Oh, yeah,
here
it
we are under
darkens
the
up.
lights. There she is. There
Yeah.
she is. There you go. It's your big mom. She's like, I just woke up. Who wants to be seen when they just wake up? Look at her.
She is so cute.
She had a little more. Oh, she was a little more animated earlier.
Oh yeah, well
Trying
she's
to
a
get A
baby.
little shut eye.
Yeah, she's a baby.
Yeah.
She's a baby. That's right. She's just a
Yeah,
little.
Shardo, you got your
My
your mic down there too.
Okay.
Yeah,
So there she is.
cute as ever.
Yeah.
Oh, we were gonna have other dogs, but we thought maybe you guys thought it'd be better just to take Delilah.
All right, there she is. She's up.
And she's
For a moment.
oh, there she goes.
Hi, you want to come up?
Oh my goodness.
Want to come up?
Big stretch.
Come see Mama.
She is just so darn cute.
Hi, Delilah. Here.
Oh, what a pretty girl.
Oh, what a big girl. There we go.
She is just an absolute doll. Are there any particular dogs that you've had in the past that have some stories to them that you'd like to share?
Like heartfelt stories or ones that I've attached
Funny
to? or-
that you've attached to, whatever, whatever. Because you know, what I would like is for people to get a feel of what ARF is all about. And ARF is all about all of the good things that we just showed you. How these poor animals in the beginning had issues and.
Lily is definitely one that I really got attached to. There was also Bella. You remember
Bella, oh my word, Bella was so
Bella
cute.
just came to visit. She is doing fantastic.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know, not all, what I've learned from you is that not all dogs have a rough beginning. Some of them are surrenders because,
Oh, for people lose their homes, foreclosures,
Yes.
and they lose their jobs.
Yes, and Cheyenne Harley. Do you remember Cheyenne
oh, I
Harley?
love them. Those were great
Yep,
dogs.
Cheyenne and Harley, that was a pretty sad story. They had lost their home, and he was the gentleman, the father of the family, was staying in his car in the winter, and he put the family up in a hotel because he was not leaving those dogs.
Oh my.
And finally, he just couldn't do that anymore.
Yeah.
And he came and was beside himself. I mean, I don't think I've seen anyone cry that much in a long time because he's had them since they were babies.
Oh,
So we stayed in constant contact with him, and we said, if your situation changes, let us know so you can come pick them up. And he said, please, yes, I will do that. And that just didn't happen. So they finally did go home to a wonderful family.
Together.
Together, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, those dogs were so
Amazing, the two of
those
them.
they were so well behaved. Like Cheyenne was a what would you call her?
A shepherd mix of some kind.
Yeah, she was
Yep.
some kind of a
Southern
big mix.
Shepherd.
And then the other one was like a little corgi.
Yep,
And,
corgi
and
mix.
I always said when you were walking the corgi, you had to look back to make sure it was still she was still with you, because the dog just walked so beautifully.
Yep.
Those two were the best behaved dogs. Actually, a lot
Once
of
they
them
know
are.
the routine by themselves, then they've been there too long. If I can open the door without a leash and they go right into their pen without,
Yeah.
you know.
yeah.
Yeah,
And we do have some that have been there for a little bit too long.
Gunner.
Yep.
But
you know,
Gunner's a doll. Gunner, I
Gunner's a
think,
good
is
dog.
He's a happy dog, though.
He's a happy dog. Gunner.
he goes for his
you know,
walks
yeah.
and
What
He
kind of
does.
dog?
He's an old man. He's
Yeah,
He's an old man.
A lab. He's got Labrador Shepherd. He's about 6.5 now, but you know, Gunner's only, I don't even call it an issue really, because somebody who has owned a dog in the past understands that, you know, he guards his people a little bit, okay? But that's easily correctable with a trainer. He knows Gunner, he'd be happy to come over to the house. And if anybody's looking for a good, you know, almost middle-aged dog, Gunner's the one.
He's a sweetheart.
He's very
Oh, yeah.
quiet, very mellow, very
sociable.
loyal, smart.
knows what to do. Does it
Yeah.
by
Very
himself.
smart dog.
Dog
Yeah.
is smart.
Yep, very
Well,
smart.
And you, of course, foster Devon,
Yes.
which is another pit
That,
bull.
what do you mean foster?
Yeah. Oh,
That's his
excuse me.
baby.
Actually, Devin is the reason why I'm there full time now because there was a point where his stress level was just so bad.
Devin was
He-
on his way to, he was going to die.
He had
Oh.
been
Stay there
bounced
anymore.
around from shelter to shelter since
Oh.
a young age of about 6 months.
Yep.
Never really had a stable home. And the stress from being in that environment for 2 years or whatever it was
Oh,
just too much
dear.
for him.
Too
So as we
sensitive of a
as we
dog.
graduated him to from a kennel to a real room where he can have his own room, he got more comfortable there. And then when I took him home and then tried to bring him back just for days, and he does not even.
He
like
doesn't.
Stress is
Well,
overwhelming
yeah.
for him. He can't handle it.
Well, he has Luna there too,
Yeah,
which I mean,
she's
And
the
he
mama
thrives
bear.
with another dog. He's
He
most
does.
calm with another dog. Even when he would take him, before he took him home, and we'd put him with Peanut or somebody, and he'd do his walks and everything. I mean,
and he was
You
a
know
jumper. One day, you and I were by the doors there, and all of a sudden, Devin comes running up. He was in a pen. How tall is the pen? Is that pen?
6 foot.
6 foot.
Oh, the one in the
This
training pen's
little dog.
It's 8.
in the training pen it is.
He climbs up the fence and before he's over.
He's an Olympic athlete.
Oh, he was. He is. He's comical. Oh my God.
He's very agile.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he was getting hard for a lot of people to handle.
Right.
So then I closed my business and went full time to
Oh my
to
goodness!
Arf.
Wow.
Thank God.
Yeah.
And thank Todd.
Todd, can
Yeah.
you tell us a little bit about why pit bulls get such a bad rap? I mean, I have to tell you, I've never had a pit bull in my lap. I mean, I've really never known.
Come to my
one.
house. You'll have 3 in your lap.
But I know that they can be loving, beautiful animals. What is it about? Why do they get a bad rap? Why are people doing these weird things to pit bulls to make them these aggressive, creepy dogs?
Well, it seems like every decade or so, a different breed is picked out to be,
Mm-hmm.
trained as guard dogs or to, and so pit bulls are the newest generation of dogs that are trained to fight. They're trained to guard, and some communities to guard drugs and things. And then there's just the status of it, like having a big beefy dog walking down the street.
Right.
And what happens is a lot of the people that get these dogs for whatever reason figure out that without training and without raising them properly, they can't handle them.
Yeah.
And so they end up with, whatever issues they get. And
Yeah. They're a very powerful breed. They're also very, very loyal, very affectionate.
Yeah,
Very affectionate. Very easy to train and smart. And
We're-
once you bond, that's
They're
like,
yours.
yeah,
That's it.
I never seen a bigger smile
No.
on a dog.
I
And
know.
we call them pit bull smiles, and they do the pit bull hops too. They do little hops like
Yeah.
little deers.
Hal was looking on the internet, I don't know where he read it, but he heard a reference that they used to be called the nanny dog
Yes.
many years ago, and that's before people started abusing them by
Yes, that
doing
was at
things
the
like
turn of the
Michael
century.
Vick did.
Yep.
And I'm so glad he can't play
Yep.
anymore.
Was like the
football.
little, you probably
Turn of
remember
the
the Little
century.
Rascals, right?
Yes, that was
Well,
a pit.
Petey was a pit bull.
And you
sure.
see,
Yeah.
they're also, contrary to popular belief, love children.
Yes.
And hence Petey with our gang, and the nanny dog, because they used to protect the children. They're very protective of their humans.
That's why back in 1900 you could just let your kids have clubhouses
it.
and
Yeah.
run around without
Because
any-
the dog
'cause
was
the dog
hanging
is there.
around with them. Right.
And, you don't forget Stubby, okay, who was also a war hero. And these dogs are also used more so in California
I'm
than
not
any
aware
other
of
state.
Stubby.
Stubby was a war hero in the World War.
Really?
Yes, World War I, yes. Yes, he was. There's a
Wow.
lot of information on Stubby out there if you want to go read about it. He was a war hero. They're also used for therapy dogs, mostly in California.
Well, I mean,
And if you look at a
her.
dog
She's
like
just
Daddy or like her, or-
Daddy, I mean, I
Yep.
think Cesar Millan did a lot for pit
Oh, he
bulls.
did, yes.
By virtue of Daddy and
He is an
Junior,
advocate,
but Daddy was some
and he
dog,
is a
I'll
breed
tell you.
a breed lover, and
Yep.
for that we love him.
Yep.
Yeah,
any dog can get a bad rap if
Yes.
any breed
Well, sure. I
if
mean,
they're not trained
Barbara and I
right.
have always had shepherds, or well, you've had other dogs. You've had Dobermans even.
I had one Doberman,
Yeah.
but I've had 4 shepherds
Yeah.
in my life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And both of those at one time in the 70s
Yeah, they
or
were
80s
they were
were
the devil at
demonized.
one point as well.
Oh, the Doberman that I had was such
They're the best.
a baby.
Yeah.
I mean, it was incredible. I mean, he was just one of the happiest animals I think I've ever seen. And he would come bounding into the into the house, or when we came home, and he would actually be up in the air spinning. I mean,
Happy.
oh, he was just they're beautiful.
Yeah, but they did get a bad rap.
They
though.
got a bad rap, and so
certainly
did the
German
shepherds.
have.
But then now,
Still.
I think a lot of the shepherd, misinterpretation of what they are, because they are such great dogs in, helping blind people as therapy dogs, and what those dogs, speaking of wars, what those animals have done
Of course.
in the
That's right.
wars. And, it's heartbreaking that they have to get left behind in a lot of instances.
Yeah.
Yes.
That just isn't right,
No, it isn't.
Yeah.
And
It isn't.
it's just sad knowing how wonderful they really are.
I just love looking at her. Now I'm looking
No,
at her
that
face
face.
from here, but
I know.
she's so relaxed. It's so wonderful to see that.
I
oh,
know.
That's the one.
I know.
But besides that, she's kind of sleepy. The point is, she's a very relaxed animal. She's loved. She knows she's being cared for. That's a transformation right there from that picture.
Absolutely.
We saw earlier of that
Yeah.
distressed face,
Yep.
and here she is now. Just,
Hi, pretty girl.
But every dog at ARF seems to get to that point.
Well, because you're
They
talking
do.
about people who are really taking care of them, not just
Yes.
caring.
Yeah, could you put the ARF website up again and their phone number, Brennan? Because I'd like people to go on the site, learn a little bit about ARF, and if you could find it in your heart to
Donate
or
something, or
something
money or something.
right. Just look through it and check out the animals that we do have there, because
We have a lot of
They're-
nice dogs
oh,
and
they're-
cats. We
they're
have
wonderful.
kittens, and our adoption hours are noon
that's
to
right
4.
too. I forgot about that. You
Yeah.
changed that recently.
Yeah, we made them a little earlier. We might make them even earlier. So they're right now noon to 4 on Saturday and Sunday.
Yeah, and people could just stop in and
Yes.
if they've seen a dog on the site, you'll bring them out.
Yes.
And
They can fill out an application. and-
This is a major dog.
Yeah, they're
here,
on they're
I'm
on
telling you.
all on Pet Finder, so you can
Yes,
go
they're
on.
all on our
Right.
website under Adopt as well on our Pet Finder, and my email is on there, and I feel all the emails through Pet Finder, so feel free to email me.
Yeah.
And
So
I'd be
you-
happy to speak with you.
So would you say that you're successful in placing dogs?
oh God,
Yeah,
yes.
Yeah.
It's amazing. I think
Yeah.
almost every week. We had a spell for maybe 2 weeks where they were slow.
Yeah.
But then all of a sudden,
Yeah,
you
we're
see a
slow
whole,
again now. This is usually the time of year historically
Right.
where it does slow down.
Right.
We do not do adoptions during the 2 weeks of the holiday because they are not presents, and it's not really a good time for a dog to go home into the chaos.
Good idea.
Right.
So
Good idea.
they're still welcome to come and fill out the application.
yep.
We do introduce, they
Yep.
still will get approved, but the dog, will
Yes.
not go home
Yep.
unless the circumstances are not
and check out Buster. He's
wonderful
Buster
dog.
needs.
You could put him with any dog.
He needs.
And Willie.
You could do Buster and Willie.
Yep,
That's
and
a
Willie.
pair that would be a good
Yeah.
match if someone
they're-
was looking for
and
two
pretty Peanut,
really
too.
nice. Oh, Peanut's adorable.
Peanut.
I love
Darla
this.
and Bailey. They
Oh,
can go
Darla
together.
and Bailey
Yeah.
are. What are those? They're
A min,
Dachshund
min
mix and a
pin?
min-
dachshunds.
Yeah.
Yeah. Isn't there Beagle in there someplace?
Little Beagle.
Little Beagle.
Yeah,
Those
very
are two nice
sweet.
dogs.
They do have to go together though because they've
Yeah,
been together
they
since
should.
they've
And
been
then, of course, Robin and Lady, a chocolate
we
We
lab
have
and
the
a black
chocolate
lab.
Right,
lab and the
right.
black lab full bred. If anybody has a nice farm with a giant,
Just under a year old, and they're as smart as whips.
Yep.
Oh, they are definitely.
But I think if our viewers are watching, and we're coming up to our 2-minute warning here, the thing is, you can go to a puppy mill, which everybody's read about now. Don't buy puppies from a puppy mill.
Discourage the use
And
of them.
Yes.
the Humane Society, I think we found out, we learned today that they don't have the time to do what this organization and these